Now next method of preparation is from oxirane. What is oxirane? Oxirane is nothing but cyclic ether. There said to be a cyclic ether, oxirane. Alright, they are cyclic ether. You can see it on the screen also. We have done it in the regular classes. Epoxy, we can also call it as epoxy group. This one. Like the first compound, you can say it as epoxy ethane because 2 carbon is there, eth. This is your epoxy group, epoxy ethane. Also you can say that, epoxy. Understood? Also you can call it as oxirane. Also you can say cyclic ether. There are many names for it. Alright, so in this way, the mechanism I have given you, when oxirane, like your epoxy ethane I have taken, reacts with Grignard reagent. You know, in Grignard reagent, R is electronegative, Mg is electropositive. You know that particular thing. And here, in case of epoxy ethane, any carbon atom, CH2 group, any carbon atom of the CH2 group will be C will be positive and O will be negative definitely. Now, what you find is that as R is negative and CH2 is positive, so an electron, what you can say, electrons will go from R to CH2, and as a result, what you can find that oxygen will pull a pair of electrons. That is, oxygen is going to pull the bond. Which bond? CH2 and O bond. You can see is that I have shown you with an arrow. It is going to pull towards itself. As a result, the bond breaks. And what you are getting it? The first step is an addition product. What is that? CH2 now goes with what? This negative goes with the MgX positive. As you can see it there, oxygen is negative and CH2 positive. R is negative, MgX is positive. So O will go with MgX. See, OMgX. CH2, CH2R, CH2, CH2R and OMgX. You can see it is being forming. Now already always I have said you in the previous what you can say AV, you know it. I have told you in class 11 also. Remember it forever, this one. Whenever any reaction takes place with Grignard reagent, if it is not a what you can say substitution reaction, apart from that, when addition reaction takes place, the first step is addition, the second step is hydrolysis in presence of acidic medium. You can see the next step. What is that? HOH/H plus. And what I am getting? HO, CH2, single bond CH2 and R. Alright, it might not be visible there. That one becomes very smaller because the space was less. So you can write it down. HO, single, the product is HO, single bond CH2, single bond CH2, single bond R. So you get a primary alcohol from, what is that? From what you can say cyclic ether. So I have given you many what you can say is example there. See, Grignard reagent RMgX. The first I have given you epoxy propane. The first step is addition, second step what? Hydrolysis in presence of acidic medium. Same thing. The 3 reactions I have given you and you got the 3 different what you can say products. You got it. The 3 different products you got it here. Alright, so practice these equations which I have given you. Practice this. You write it down. You make a note. You make a note in your copy and write down the equations. Any doubt, call me and ask me. So what I have given you at the end, in all the cases you can see R of Grignard reagent, the alkyl group of the Grignard reagent attacks on less hindered carbon of the oxygen ring. Got it? Less hindered carbon. Less hindered means which particular carbon it attacks? It attacks to that particular carbon which is suffers less steric hindrance. It suffers less steric hindrance, that particular carbon atom it attacks. You can see, write the reaction. For that reason I am saying you write this reaction and you see it, you will come to know it suffers less steric hindrance. If you don't understand, you call me, I will tell you once again. So in this way, these are the reaction with, that is with cyclic ether. Now from ether, simply ether, not cyclic ether, from ether. Now any ether, ROR or ROR dash, reacts with alcohol in presence of acidic medium. Reacts with water in presence of acidic medium will give you ROH plus R dash OH. So you will get 2 types of alcohol. Got it? ROR means like you are taking CH3OC2H5. Different alkyl group. You can take same alkyl group also. Suppose if you are taking CH3OCH3, then you will get ROH only, 2 molecules of ROH. Got it? That is CH3OCH3 plus HOH in presence of H plus. What you will get? 2 molecules of CH3OH. But if you are taking CH3OC2H5 plus HOH in presence of H plus, what you will get? You will get CH3OH plus C2H5OH. You will be getting it in this way. So these are the different what you can say methods. One more methods we are having from alkenes. Now in your regular classes you have studied that we can prepare alcohol from alkenes. By which method? Hydration of alkenes we say it as. Hydration of alkenes, if you remember it. Let me tell you also. Ethene, CH2 double bond CH2 plus HOH in presence of H plus will give you what? CH3 CH2H, isn't it? Propene plus HOH in presence of H plus will give you what? Secondary alcohol. Markovnikov's addition takes place. Remember it. CH3 CH double bond CH2 plus HOH in presence of H plus will give you what? CH3 CH OH single bond CH3. Markovnikov's addition is taking place. OH is added to that particular carbon atom which has the least number of hydrogen atom attached to it. Remembered? So we have done already that method. Now this is an alternative method. You can also go for hydration, but what I am changing here? Conditions. Instead of H plus, what I have done it is there, I have taken aluminium oxide or manganic phosphate. I have taken it Mn3PO4 whole twice. In presence of high pressure and 575 Kelvin, what I get? I am getting a tertiary alcohol. That is tertiary butyl alcohol. What is that I have taken? The reactant 2-methyl propene. You can see that. 2-methyl propene plus water in presence of Al2O3 and manganese phosphate or manganese phosphate in presence of high pressure and 575 Kelvin will give you tertiary butyl alcohol. You may say, sir, can't we do with H plus? Who said we can't do? What I said, it's an alternate method. Alternately also we can do it. We can prepare alcohol in this particular manner. Okay. Now we'll come to the properties of alcohol. Already we have seen the many properties of alcohol. We have seen it in the regular classes. Now here, before going to these reactions, let me just remind you. Alcohol cannot undergo nucleophilic substitution with halide ion. Alcohol cannot undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction with halide ion. That means with NaCl, alcohol cannot undergo a nucleophilic substitution. Means suppose I am taking C2H5OH plus NaCl. Will you get C2H5OH plus C2H5OH plus NaCl? Will you get C2H5Cl plus NaOH? No. This is known as nucleophilic substitution reaction. No, it will not go. Why? Write it down. Because a weakly basic nucleophile, that is your Cl minus, cannot displace a strongly basic, what you can say, living group, that is your OH minus. Again I repeat, alcohol cannot undergo nucleophilic substitution with halide ion. Nucleophilic substitution reaction with halide ion. Alright, because a weakly basic nucleophilic group, that is your X minus means Cl minus, Br minus, I minus, this one, cannot displace the strongly basic living group, that is OH minus. It cannot displace. I have told you in the regular classes that HCl is a strong acid. When it dissociates, it gives you H plus plus Cl minus. Cl minus is a weak conjugate base. Mind it, always. If the acid is strong, the conjugate base is weaker. Got it? Remember it, this particular one. For that reason I said you that Hi is a weak acid, but its conjugate base I minus is a strong nucleophile compared to Br minus, compared to Cl minus, compared to F minus. I already said all those things. Got it? I've already said. Got it? So hence it is not possible, this particular reaction. I hope you have written it, you have understood this. But here one condition is there. Got it? What I said, it cannot displace, isn't it? A weak nucleophile, that is Cl minus, cannot displace OH minus, a strong living group. But if H plus is used as a catalyst, then it can be converted into OH group into OH2 group, which is a very good living group, and this gives what you can say substitution nucleophilic reaction with Na. What you can say NaCl, NaBr, NaI or NaF, that is your NaX, we can say that. What I said you, if H plus, that means if you use acidic medium like sulfuric acid or HCl, which will give you H plus ion, as a catalyst, if I use it, then it gets converted, OH group gets converted into what? OH2 plus. It gets converted into OH2 plus, which is a very good living group. And this gives substitution nucleophilic reaction with sodium halides. I think it's clear. It cannot be done. But with H plus, with an acid as a catalyst, it can be done. I told you the reason also why it can be done. We can say that. Now, that is, we have just to remind you this particular thing I have said you. Now, one more thing, you know that alcohols are less acidic in nature. It is less acid than water also. Alcohols, I have said you. But what you can say, what should I say? Exception is there. That is CH3OH. Methyl alcohol is more acidic than water. Got it? methyl alcohol is more acidic than water. So if you see the what you can say acidic character, then methyl alcohol is more acidic than primary alcohol RCH2H, is more acidic than secondary alcohol RCHOH single bond R, and it is more acidic than tertiary alcohol. We can say that more acidic than tertiary alcohol. We can say that it is more acidic than. There is R3C the single bond OH. Alright. So in this way you can find it out. The reactivity and also the acidic character decreases in this particular order. First is methyl alcohol, then any primary alcohol, ethyl, propyl, butyl in this way, then secondary alcohol, then tertiary alcohol. Now why methyl alcohol is more acidic than water? Because if you calculate the acid dissociation constant, if you calculate, so for methyl alcohol it is 15.5 and for water it is 15.74. For that reason methyl alcohol is more acidic than water, we can say that. Okay, I hope you understood this particular one. Then next is your when alcohol reacts with sulfonic acid. See there, I have given you HOCOR. Sulfonic acid is what? Nothing but R dash SO3H, sulfonic acid. You know that when alcohol reacts with it, what do you get? You get an ester plus water. Similarly, when alcohol reacts with, that is your TSCl. TSCl is what? Para-toluene sulfonic acid. Para-toluene sulfonic acid. I have written it there. What I am getting? I am getting another esters. We can say that in presence of pyridine. Similarly, when alcohol reacts with what you can say sulfuric acid, you get what is that? You get alkyl hydrogen sulfate. Similarly, when alcohol reacts with phosphoric acid, what you get? You get nothing but alkyl hydrogen phosphate. Got it? You get alkyl hydrogen phosphate. You can see that. Similarly, when alcohol react with nitrous acid, HONO, what do you get? You get alkyl nitrite and water. So these are the reactions which you have not in the regular classes. This I have given you. It's a simple reaction. What happens is that here H atom is released. So this reaction proves that alcohol is acidic, because you can see what I have done, it is there that I have removed H of alcohol. Got it? I have removed H of alcohol. Understood? Clear? These reactions? Thank you.